My sister could not smell my new perfume because she had anosmia. Because my dad had aphonia, which is not being able to produce voice sounds, he had to learn sign language. Aphonia. My brother's fingers started to turn blue, resulting from poor circulation, which resulted in him having cyanosis. My elderly neighbor's voice started to get more hoarse as he got older, resulting in dysphonia. A method for measuring breast density includes a lung infection called empyema. When someone has a hemothorax, they have a collection of blood in the space between their chest wall and their lung. Hemothorax. Hypoxemia is when an individual has an abnormally low level of oxygen in their blood. Hypoxemia. Even though my brother never showed any symptoms, the doctor said he had a bacterial infection in his lungs called tuberculosis. My sister was not able to go to school today because she had a whooping cough, also known as pertussis. My mom had to go to the emergency room because she had a painful infection in her chest cavity called pyothorax. My sister was losing her appetite, so she had to take a drug for it called an anorexiant. The bucolabial pertains to the mouth and lips. Bucolabial. The teacher underwent a colostomy, but it had to be reversed months later. Colostomy. The patient had to follow a specific diet to make sure she did not develop diverticulitis. The patient was showing signs of bloating, abdominal pain, and constipation, so the doctor diagnosed him with dysarexia. Daniel had diarrhea for 5 days now, so he went to the doctor, and the doctor said there was an inflammation in his small intestine, which was called enteritis. A surgical procedure where a fistulous tract is completely cut out is called a fistulectomy. The pregnant woman showed symptoms of nausea and vomiting, which led to the assumption that she had hyperemesis. The girl had a prolapse in her rectum, which is known as a proctoptosis. The branch of medicine that has to do with the anus and rectum is called proctology. Cystistis is a common disease that occurs more in women. Cystistis. A radiography of the urinary bladder is called cystography. My sister had to have an examination of her urinary bladder, which was called a cystoscopy. An enuresis can be due to the urinary tract infection. Enuresis. Without having serious surgery, they now have a way to remove kidney stones by sending shock waves through the body known as lithotripsy. Laura had to get a metotomy, which is an incision to enlarge their urethra. Metotomy. Sarah had to get a nephrectomy, which is the removal of her kidney. Nephrectomy. My sister is studying nephrology, which is the study of diseases of the kidney. Nephrology. Sadie had diabetes, which caused her to pass a large quantity of urine daily, known as polyuria. Dan is studying urology, which is the study of disorders of the urinary system. Urology.